Hello. Thank you for joining. We have a really fun topic to discuss and one that I'm extremely passionate about. We have the pleasure of speaking with customers every day who are on varying different stages of their AI journey. And there is no doubt that AI is at the forefront of every business conversation. And so many businesses are working through an AI strategy. But when you really stop and think about it, what does that actually mean? And as AI is evolving so rapidly, that question is becoming increasingly difficult to actually answer. And we're starting to see something different, something more structural in the market where AI is moving from feature to a critical business driver. And as that shift starts to happen, I think that's why organizations really need to consider designing for an agent ready enterprise. And that's what we're going to discuss in today's session. First, a quick introduction. My name is Nick Fox. I lead our Agentic AI Sales Engineering team here at Dialpad, and I have the distinct pleasure of building a world-class team of AI experts who are here to help you throughout your AI journey. And we look forward to being able to interact with you, understand the outcomes you're trying to achieve as a business, and ultimately showcase how Dialpad's Agentic AI can create real value for your organization. But first, we need to answer the one question of what is Agentic AI and really define the term. And the evolution of AI in recent years has given us first conversational AI that was very deterministic. It was intent based interactions that provided basic QA functionality, your typical chatbot. And then generative AI, providing more personalized responses, understanding customer context and preferences, and being able to handle multi intent interactions. And now, with the rise of agentic AI, which is goal oriented autonomy, AI agents that can now reason, they can act, they can learn autonomously in very complex environments. Think less tool and more digital teammate. And the key piece there is autonomous action. And that changes everything because the moment AI can act, not just suggest, your architecture, the governance, your operating model all matter in entirely new ways. We have moments that go from automation to orchestration. Tasks are now outcomes, responses now resolution. And AI agents now can understand the context with agentic, take action inside of your systems of record, maintain memory across interactions, and be able to improve over time. And at Dialpad, our agentic AI is embedded directly into our communication layer, not just bolted on. And what does that mean to be an agentic ready tech stack? And what does that look like? An interesting piece here is oftentimes, especially in the CX space, CX leaders, when tasked with finding efficiency of human agents and their contact center, would often look at how do we unify tools? How do we give our human agents a more fluid way to recall information and not just recall the source that they need? A very common pain point for agents inside of contact centers is having multiple tools in a customer engagement. And that can lead to longer resolution rates, lower customer CSATs. When we're thinking about agentic agents, why would we think about it any differently? As we have our agentic AI agents move to that real operational autonomy we're talking about, it fundamentally changes how business communication systems are architected. Agentic AI will fundamentally expose the cost of these fragmented architectures. The problem won't be that AI isn't powerful enough. It will be that systems aren't coherent enough to support it. And agentic AI doesn't rely as heavily on knowledge base articles of AI of the past. It needs context. And today, most organizations still run on fragmented systems, whether that's a contact center platform that's holding interaction data, a CRM that has our source of truth, our customer history, QM tools that hold performance insights, or analytics that hold our trends, but all may be out of context. And going forward, businesses really need to treat intelligence as a shared asset, not just a byproduct of tools. And they're going to unify that customer intelligence, who the customer is, what they've experienced, what they need in the moment, that interaction intelligence, what's happening now across various different channels, and operational intelligence, which is agent performance, both human and agentic, and capacity, sentiment, and the outcomes actually being delivered. And all of this culminates into this very unique AI feedback loop of information. Do we truly know why our customer reached out, what they needed, and did we provide the best possible experience in a proactive manner, and being able to iterate on those to continuously add value? And when we think about how should we evaluate different agentic AI solutions and models, it's interesting because as AI becomes part of every step of the customer journey, what matters most isn't the model and metrics, but it's the outcomes and delivering on those outcomes to create the real value. And for years, AI progress has been measured in benchmarks, accuracy scores, reasoning, latency, abstract performance. How well did it handle that crazy question that we asked it? And that all looks impressive in demos and analyst reports, but really in reality, it doesn't matter to customers who are interacting with your brand what model and what those metrics actually produce. Because a model at the end of the day can be best in class and still increase handle times. It can still confuse customers at very critical moments. It can still escalate frustration faster than it actually resolves issues. And organizations need to judge AI by a different scorecard. Did it did customers get what they needed faster? Did agents feel more confident and capable and empowered in that interaction? Did the interaction actually improve outcomes and not just the efficiency? And did AI actually reduce friction across the entire customer journey, not just maybe one step? And when AI becomes mission critical to customer trust, only outcomes matter at that point, not what particular score did a model get or not get. And we are going to have to rethink ROI, not just in terms of financials, but in terms of value being delivered to the organization and to our customers. We think about how does AI alongside human decision making actually work. I'm gonna go back in time a little bit to traditional CX example here, where maybe a customer has an interaction. Let's say it's over voice. Maybe that call went well. Maybe it didn't. That call lands. You wait for that call to be reviewed or scored. Maybe that's manually by a supervisor. You have a QM tool that's scoring that against a certain set of criteria. And then you have the feedback. That journey can take days, at best hours. And now you've had a lasting impression with a customer that cannot be undone. And optimization after the fact cannot compete with prevention in the moment. Legacy systems that are built for analysis cannot suddenly become built for action. And CX analytics have traditionally kind of answered that one question: what happened? And by the time those insights appear in a dashboard, the customer may have a lasting impression of your brand. That agent may be burned out, or that moment to actually intervene is gone. So AI implemented into your business that can listen, interpret, and act inside of that interaction, turning conversations into continuous streams of intelligence and not just artifacts after the fact are going to matter. We're going to build agentic agents specifically to be able to handle these types of scenarios as well. And really, our AI should be able to surface recommendations in real time. It should be able to flag compliance risks in the moment, and it should be able to predict escalation risk. And the goal here is to really shrink the gap between insight and action. And when we think about how do our AI agents actually work alongside of our human workforce, the interesting fact here is we hear so many times that AI is coming from our jobs. Well, in a lot of aspects, it's actually allowing scale. And scaling traditionally has meant headcount. And CX growth has followed a very linear equation: more customers, more interactions, more people, more agents to be able to handle that volume. And customer interactions they're very continuous, they're omni-channel, they're becoming increasingly complex. And at the same time, our expectations as consumers for speed and personalization and empathy keep rising. So headcount driven scale really starts to break down when you think about all of those aspects that go into it: agent training, onboarding, agent burnout and attrition on the other side, inconsistent quality across rapidly expanding teams, and longer ramp times that can lag behind a lot of the demand, especially if your business is seasonal. What we should really be thinking about is where should AI intervene so that people don't have to? And AI agents aren't going to replace our human agents, but they're going to replace the assumption that scale requires more of them as our business grows. And the key is orchestration: AI and humans sharing context seamlessly and solving problems together. So then we start to think about, what does agentic AI done right really look like? And let me paint a picture of what done right really looks like. It's not chaotic. It's not AI agents running wild across our systems. It's measured. You start with bounded domains. You have clear objectives. You have clear guardrails and clear metrics, and you monitor those outcomes. Not just did it work, but did it work in the way that we actually intended? An agentic AI done right will showcase value very quickly in your organization. Processes will get smoother, expectations decrease, cycle times shrink, and employees stop doing those repetitive tasks. And over time, the organization starts thinking in terms of outcomes, not tasks. And because AI agents can handle those tasks, we allow our humans to focus on direction and being able to focus on very intentful outcomes alongside of our customer journey. And agentic CX done right means we don't have to start those moments over. We don't have to have inconsistent channel transitions. They need to be very seamless, moving from our agentic AI solutions to our humans if needed. We can now have live predictive intelligence embedded into every conversation, and context is going to persist across channels. And all of this delivers outcomes measured in resolution and value. So, as I wrap here, what I'm going to leave you with is this. When you are thinking about AI in your business, the question shouldn't be, what is our AI strategy? The real question is whether you're designing for it intentionally. And agentic AI, it's about building a system that can reason, act, and scale alongside your workforce. The companies that win won't be the ones that are chasing benchmarks. They aren't going to be the ones chasing other metrics outside of organizational and operational excellence. They're going to be the ones that are driving measurable outcomes and creating real value in their organization. They'll build enterprises where humans and agents of AI variety of both work together clearly, deliberately, and strategically deliver outcomes that customers will trust. And for us here at Dialpad, we'd love to be able to help you along your AI journey. Please feel free to reach out to your Dialpad contact, and I hope that we get the chance to speak very soon. Thank you.